Hi folks, thanks again for joining me this month. Again, it's John Bowman here and we're talking about apps for success. This month's app is an app called Momentum. In my experience, a lot of people don't really know about this app. It's a small one, so it's not going to have a ton of functionality for you. But as I'll say and show you in the video, it can actually make a lot of difference for you throughout the day. So thanks for coming. I hope you enjoy, and feel free to comment if you have any questions or you have an app you'd like me to review next. Hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye now.
So here we are. We're inside the Google Chrome browser, and if you're anything like me, you're going to be inside this browser all day long. You're going to be going back and forth between the different web apps you need to do your job. Here's how Momentum is going to help you do your job, and just again a disclaimer, we are reviewing the paid version of this app. It's about $3 per month if you pay yearly. So the way Momentum works is if you click the plus tab button up here at the top, then what we're going to see, this right here, this is Momentum. Every time you open up a new tab, you're going to see the same screen. See that? I love Momentum number 1 because it's beautiful. You see that photo in the background? Isn't that photo great? You can see the little attribution down here in the bottom left of the screen. This is the Alps in Germany, apparently. You can always heart the photo if you like it, right? And that will save it for later. You can come back and look. Or if you want to change around, there's a little refresh button. And when you click that refresh button, what you're going to see is that the photo changes. Now, generally speaking, the photo is going to change every single day. It's just nice. You get to see that. Additionally, what you're going to be able to see is the time. As you can see, I'm recording this right now at 9:40 at night. I know I'm burning the midnight oil. But it says, "Good evening, John." And then it gives me an option to determine what my main focus for today is. And I can type that in. It can be whatever I want. Below that, you're going to see a quote. And these are always inspiring quotes. The quotes are going to refresh daily, just like the photo. Keep your goals away from the trolls, right? If we refresh the screen, when you refresh the screen, you can see another one. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world, right? And again, if you hover over it, you're going to see who it's attributed to. In this case, it's Desmond Tutu. So that's the first thing I love about Momentum, and that's pretty standard, no matter if you're doing the paid version or not. You're going to see a nice new photo with the time, as well as whatever your focus is today, and a nice little quote. Again, it's just a great way to be calm and to renew your focus each time you open up a new tab. But we're going to get into a little bit more of the features now. First, we're going to show you this to-do list on the right. See this to-do list on the right? So the to-do list is nice because it opens up and you can switch it up. Like, let's say my inbox. You can see my inbox, or I can say what's today, or I can add more lists, or I can see what I've actually done. That's great. And this to-do list is actually going to stay open if I open up new tabs. See that? I love that. That's pretty great. The other thing that we can do is Momentum can actually make sure that you keep that to-do list no matter if you switch computers, because you just got to sign into Momentum, and each time you do, you're going to get the same to-do list across your computers, if you have a work computer or if you have a computer home, etc. The to-do list is also a part of the free version. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the paid version features. The first of which is the notes. You see that in the bottom right? Looks like stuff needs to go here. Oh, look, more notes. It's easy and quick. I love this feature. You know why I love this feature? Because it's sometimes, usually what I'll do is either write it down or I'll open up Google Docs. And when I open up Google Docs, it takes a second for it to load. When if I just have the notes, I can type right here, right? And when I type right there, I can put it in there. I can delete it out. I can always go back and take a look at the other notes that I have as well. The notes are a really great feature. Again, it's something that's only there on the paid version. Additionally, up here in the top right, you can see the weather. I love looking at the weather. It's thunderstorming here in Pittsburgh and 67 degrees. On the left here, you're going to notice countdowns. These countdowns are actually a premium feature, and you can put in whatever you want in those countdowns. So you can click it. My younger brother, James, he's actually getting married in 97 days, so I like to keep that always visible every time I look there because I know it's coming up. Additionally, below that, we've got 9 days to our next release, so I'm really looking forward to that because I love releasing stuff to our customers. You can always add a new countdown, vacation, whatever it is you want to put in there. Just put it in and you can save it. It's very easy. So let's say vacation, and I'm going to go in September, and the time's going to be 9 a.m. It's been added there. You can see vacation here, right? But we can always pin more to the top. See how I just pinned more? So you can have as many countdowns as you want. It's a nice way to stay focused and to know those things are coming down the pipeline. Additionally, what you're going to notice in the bottom left is our little settings. When you click our settings here, again, you're going to see all the different stuff you can do. As you can see, the countdown and the notes are only plus things. You can also, the plus feature means that you're paid for it, right? So you can change the font, you can do all these different things. One of my favorite things to do here is the to-do list, and you can turn on what's known as autofocus. And if you turn on autofocus, what you're going to notice is that my focus becomes whatever's next in my to-do box, right? In my to-do list that we have here on the right-hand side. And when I check that off, it gets checked off, and then it automatically loads up the next thing that I have to do. See that? You can just check through each one of these. It's pretty darn easy. I love that autofocus feature, folks, because what I usually do is every day I come in and I take these and I rearrange them and I say, okay, what's my most pressing need? I put it to the top. And what that does is every single time I open up the new tab, I know exactly, forgive me, what I need to do next, right? It's automatically focusing me on the thing that I determined at the start of the day is the most important thing I need to do today. I love that feature. It's really, really great. If we're going to open this up down here below, we could also see, again, we can go back to the to-do list. There is a number of integrations. Some of you might already have a to-do list. That's fine. There's a number of integrations in here. Obviously, you can bring in Trello, Asana. I love the GitHub one personally. The Trello one works very well too. I've used both of those myself, and I highly recommend it. If you've already got one of these apps, pull it in. You know why? Because when you're using Momentum and you're using that autofocus feature, it's going to cut down on context switching for you. Some of you already might know what context switching is, but each time that you open a new tab, you might be saying, all right, I'm going to open up Intercom to talk to my customers. But at least there I know I'm supposed to be working on that lean workflow webinar doc today. And this is going to remind you what your to-do list is every time you open a new tab. You don't have to go to Trello to see it, right? You don't have to go to any outside app to see it. Instead, what Momentum does is it takes your to-do list and it puts it front and center for you. So you always know what you should be working on. If you ever feel like you're dropping a thread, as long as you came in and prioritized your day using Momentum in the morning, you're going to be able to know exactly what you should be working on next, because as you check off things, the next thing populates. See how that works? I love it. It's really, really helpful in order to make sure that you know exactly what you need to do as soon as you're done with the previous task. Another thing we're going to talk about is actually a really subtle thing. You might notice I don't have the bookmarks bar enabled in Chrome, right? I don't like it. Just visually, I like more of the screen. So what I can do here by using Momentum is I can go to links like we are here, and I can show the bookmarks bar links only when I open up a new tab. If I go back to the website, what you can see here is the bookmarks bar is not being shown, but when I open up a new tab, I can see my bookmarks. I know that's a small thing, but it is those little small things that really, really help you throughout the day. You can always come here too and work on your balance, your work-life balance. So times when productivity features are active, you can come here and say, I only want to see my focus on 9 to 5. You can do that as well. There's a number of different options. You can do hide the clock, right? So technically we can hide that. See how that just played out? I turned off the clock, and that way I'm not being focused on my productivity because, whatever it is that I want to remove, hide the clock, hide the focus, I can do that each time. It's a great way in order to subtly tell yourself, oh, I need to be in work mode right now. I can relax, so I don't really need to worry about that. You can always come here to photos, add your own photos too. And I love the quotes. You can see your favorites. You can check out the history of quotes that you've added. You can add more quotes if you want to. I know, again, it's a small little thing. But what this app is going to do, every single time you add a new tab, you're going to be reminded of what your focus is for the day. You're going to get a nice little picture. You can get a good quote for inspiration, and it helps to drive you to that next item on your to-do list. I highly, highly, highly recommend it for you. Hope you folks enjoyed watching. Again, this has been Momentum. It's for both it's for both Chrome and for Firefox. It is a free version you can get. You can also get the paid version. Like I said, though, the paid version is going to have the notes, it's going to have the countdowns, it's going to have the ability to come in here and add integrations as well as get metrics, etc. But try the free version. Highly, highly recommend it, and I promise you, if you try the free version, at least one person in your office is going to come up to your desk and say, what is that? and then you can show them. It's really cool. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.